Hi there, Leanna. This is your factoring greatest common factors assignment. So all we have to do in this question is, on this assignment, sorry, is look for the greatest common factor. So you knew that 6 was the greatest common factor between 6m plus 6n. So once you pull out the 6, you should still have two terms in here. Okay. So of course it would be m plus n. Let's try that again. M plus n. For this one, the same thing. You have a 7 that's common to both terms, and you've pulled that out. That leaves you with an x, because 7x divided by 7 is left with x. And 7 divided by 7 leaves you with a 1. So again, we started with two terms, we have to end with two terms in our brackets. We can always check by multiplying it back. 7 times x is 7x, and 7 times minus 1 is negative 7. And that gives us what we started with. Your 3, your 4, and your 5 are all perfect. In number 6, we're starting with 3x squared y squared minus 12x cubed y cubed z. So we look at what's common between the 3 and the 12. Well, that would be a 3. What's common between the x squareds and the x cubes? Well, we can take out two x's, so that's x squared. We have x squared and y cubed, so we can pull out two y's. And there is no z in this one, so we can't pull out the z. So after we pull out 3x squared y squared, there's nothing left here. So that means we have to leave it with a 1, because 3x squared y squared divided by 3x squared y squared gives us 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. X cubed divided by x squared is x. Y cubed divided by y squared is y. Z divided by, there's nothing there, is just z. This is what's left. In question 7, we don't have anything in common between either of these terms. The 5 and the 8, there's nothing common. M, N, A, B squared, there's nothing in common between those, so that means it's prime. In question number 10, what you're supposed to do is find the length. So you're supposed to find out what is this length. So if the area is 40, then we have 5 times the length will give us 40. So if you factor out the 5, what's left here? That's going to be your answer. Same thing with this one. 6x squared plus 2x is the area. If the width is 2x, then what would be our length? And we just have to factor the 2x out from the original polynomial. And this right here would be your width, or your length, If you'd like to resubmit question number 10, I'll mark it and give you full marks for that. And if you have any other questions, give me a call.